Hi, hello. Hey, we're here. Sorry that I'm slow as every time, but I had to do some chores and stuff and didn't manage to do them before. So yeah, about yesterday, if you haven't seen my Twitter, I basically couldn't stream because I didn't have energy at all, and I think that it would have been kind of boring. The game Taker is gonna be moved to Saturday, and we're gonna finish it at Saturday. But yeah, I hope we can have our cozy time with, no pun intended, our live. And yeah. Oh, I kinda have energy today, because I managed to sleep before the stream. But yeah, let's open the game. Okay, I see it. I see chat. Okay. Let me see how this is gonna go. Maybe like this. I think like this is gonna be okay. And my voice is not very high today, I think. So it should be fine. Even maybe a bit less. Yeah, I think this is gonna be fine. I did some tweaking on different stuff too. Like now the question tag is not question of the day, but just question, so it's shorter and easier to type. But yeah. Hello Tree. Hi, thank you for joining. If you didn't hear what I was saying previously, sorry that I didn't show up yesterday. I know that I think you were the one who didn't have Twitter, so you probably didn't saw. But basically, I didn't sleep for 2 days in a row, so I didn't have any energy to stream Taker, and even if I am well rested, I know that I would have problems with the game, like beating it. So I decided to move it to Saturday, so we can have, actually fun time, not me just losing my mind because I didn't sleep at all. Sorry for that. Yeah, it was like from last Sunday, like the Sunday that passed, then Monday, Tuesday, and today I slept 4 hours. So it was like this. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry. It's just once I don't sleep for 24 hours, it's hard for me to fall asleep again. So I end up being awake for 2 days and a half. I was also working on stuff. I'm part of different projects for the VTubing fan projects, when they make different projects to thank VTubers and stuff. I'm part of several and make music for them and mix and stuff. So that also kept me awake. Sorry for the sound. I'm drinking water and my bottle cap fell. I'm just gonna keep the bottle without the cap. But yeah, I'm gonna keep having, small naps and stuff. So we're gonna have all the streams this week from now on. I also hope that you had a good day. And one small update. The new exclamation point for the daily questions we have is just question. because question of the day is kind of long to type and I don't want to bore you people, so I decided to make it just question. But yeah, this is what we have for today. And like usual, we have our live reading, and it's gonna be, mostly narrating rather than voice acting. It's like chill, going to bed type stuff. Yeah. I hope you are gonna have a good time. And again, thank you for joining every day, even though my schedule is kind of fucked. Okay, let me just... Oh, Pedich, thank you for joining. I decided that this question is kind of relevant given that stories happening during summer most of the times. Load or continue. Ui. Okay. Nice. Nice. Also, I activated the lurk exclamation point too, but I forgot to edit it. Just so you know. Okay, time to read. I always forget how hard it is for me to read the screen because I have problem seeing. Drink a bit of water. By the way, Pedich, how is your day? You leaned closer and whispered, while checking around for anyone who might hear. What happened? Did your dad know you were gone? Cove shook his head and sighed heavily. Man, that's a hard question. I guess wrestling. Also, wrestling, that sounds cute. I am kinda inside of the house person. Like, I go outside, but at night, like at very odd hours. If I could just go out and walk mindlessly. As I said, I didn't sleep for 2 days in a row, so that's why I didn't stream yesterday. I had no energy. Just dog winter wrestle. I have cat, so I was thinking about having a dog, but I can't take care of it. Like I can't go out much for personal reasons that I may, speak about in the future. But yeah, we are starting now for you. I hope you have good time listening to the story. And we are all already in our teen years. I very much like the last part we had. The conversation Cove and I had during the night when Cove entered the room through the window was very cute, and I really love the dynamic. Dad was so focused on Mom showing up that he didn't even notice. I thought when I heard them on the phone last night that it was something they were planning for the future. This morning Dad said it was supposed to be a surprise, and I guess I was surprised. She's gonna be here all summer. Oh, you were surprised to hear that too. Cove sighed it again, even heavier. I'll go with you if you really want me to. He smiled. His shoulders relaxed a little in relief. Thanks, that'd be cool. How his mom looks so young? She literally looks as young as our sister. The hell? I know that his dad is really young. They're like in their 20s, like late 20s, I think, or early 30s at best. But Jesus. She's gorgeous though, like she's very pretty, but yeah. The two of you headed over the cove's mom. Had just knocked on your front door and stood behind her. Mom answered the door after a minute, her eyebrows lifting in surprise at the group she found in front of her. You realized that, like you, she would have no idea that it was Cove's mom who was hanging with you. Excuse me. However, after blinking at the woman a couple of times and looking between her and Cove, the realization seems to stifle her. Hello there, I'm Pamela. I see. You met my kid, Zero, and I'm guessing you were already known Cove for a while. Kyra laughed, and you and Cove exchanged looks at your parents' weird sense of humor. I'm Kyra, please. Cove's mom. It's so nice to meet you. I can run you down, Pedich. Like, I can swiftly just combine what's happening in small preview for you, because it's good to know what's happening, but it's not that much. Like, I play around hour and a half each time because my voice can't keep up for longer. We started the story like a kid, really young. We were 8 or 9, and the new kid joined the town. It's like near the beach town, small community, not rich but well-off people. You know, they don't have money problems and such. And the new kid was kind of gloomy and sad because his parents divorced and he was moved by his father to this new place. And the new kid is Cove, the kid with the mint-like hair that we're hanging out with. Our sister also hung out with before with us. She's older, and they kind of had problem understanding each other because she's very cheery, very upbeat, and he obviously was sad most of the time. So in our first chapter we had the childhood part with him. We were kind of distant, but then got a bit closer, and now we're 13 years old. We're the same age as him. And after several years of not seeing his mom more than just in the summer, now his mom is visiting. The woman in the screen with the green hair is his mom, and he has very hard time understanding how to cope with the situation because his parents are gonna be together for the first time after 5 or more years. We have 2 moms, and the game allows you to choose not only to be guy or girl, but also to use they them pronouns, which is good for me because I'm using them. And yeah, the story is basically a slice of life about us and mainly Cove, but also about other people. We have one more friend who is kinda a bit too. Our sister is now grown up. She's 2 years older. She's 15 and kind of doesn't like us and doesn't like Cove at all. And there is new kid in town, another new kid who is kind of grumpy and not in the sad way, but very mean. I'm gonna look down on you way. So this is very short, no details, so to speak, rundown. But yeah. And now we're trying to help Cove cope with the fact that his parents are gonna live together all summer. Also, Tri, sorry if you had heard this before. Like, I don't remember if you were with us from the start of the streams, like our live. But I like to help people. Pedic is one of my regular people, so I don't want to just leave them in the nothing with no idea. And yeah, I mainly read it like narration. I try to put a bit of difference in the voices, but my main concern is not to stutter and stuff, because I see this more as some lullaby kind of stream, because the story is not like, you have drama, but it's not that dramatic. Like, it's not Higurashi where people die left and right. Speaking of which, we're gonna have Higurashi, I think, in Friday. I don't remember my schedule. I think I put it on Friday. Yeah. But yes. I'm Kyra Priest, Kov's mom. It's nice to meet you. A head of purple-brown hair caught Uriah's ma popped up behind Mom, squeezing herself beside her. We have company. I was wondering what all the commotion was. She grinned excitedly at Kyra. The two of them introduced themselves and shook hands.
Hello.
Hi, Zero. Zero, Kov. Kov smiled at Ma shyly, and she gestured a hand towards the living room. Apparently, it's not working, my poor attempt not to stutter. But yeah, there's no use hanging out around the doorway. Why don't you come in? I'd love to, but I promised to take my son out to eat, and I wouldn't want to hold you up a surprise visit. Oh, I understand. You're welcome to stop by any time.
Of course.
I'll take you up to the offer I can, continent. You didn't mind too much if Zero went with Kov and I. My treat. We won't be driving, just a quick walk down the road. Sure. That sounds nice.
Have fun.
I hope you all have fun. You gave your moms a look, and they smiled at you fondly. Yeah, we're happy because we want to help Kov, since he's borderline feeling uncomfortable to be around his mom alone. Yep. You could tell that Kovs really needed the support, and you were ready to be there for him.
Marvelous.
Marvelous! Accept us back in an hour or two. We look forward to seeing you again. Take care. Your parents waved goodbye to the three of us. Us. Wow, I can't read really, Jesus. Your parents waved goodbye to the three of you as you backed up onto the street. There was the sound of a front door closing behind you. I'm pretty positive I saw some restaurant when I was in the taxi, not too far from here. Yeah, it's a tourist town, isn't it? There's lots of them around. By the way, Pedic, this is Kov, as you can see by the name that popped up. We can, we have the option to choose how they look, and that's how me and Chad decided him to look the last time. He looked pretty similar when he was kid. He has scar on his arm because when he moved to town, his arm was broken and still has a scar years later. It was kind of strange to see Kov give someone this much attitude. If he wasn't in the mood to be nice, he generally just kept to himself. Kyra put her hands on her hips and smiled at her son. Well, you sound like very expert. Do you have any recommendations for a place nearby? Not really. Kyra bowed at him a little and turned to you instead. How about you, Zero? Wanna point me in the right direction? Oh god. I think that I'm gonna be the person that will gonna take her attention so she doesn't bother him too much, but Jesus Christ, the temptation to be a brat and say not really too is kinda big. Maybe this, okay. You'd been to a lot of places in town, and there were a couple that stood out from all the rest. There's a Chinese restaurant that me and my family go to all the time. It's my mom's favorite. Yeah, and her hair is so bright red. I love his hair. Most of the time my hair is similar to this length and this color, maybe a bit more bluish than this, but pretty much I look something like this. It's kind of odd that Cove technically looks more like me than my actual character that I had to pick the look for. You're gonna see it later. There's also a tropical themed place that tries to be sort of fancy. What sounds like treat? I'll leave it to you to pick up for us, since Cove is going to a face over here. He huffed at her and turned his face away. I don't like deciding for people in situations like this. And I don't want to force him to have to speak to her, because last part we had, he basically, you know, the whole Romeo and Juliet part where he's looking from, you know, several stories down at her and is speaking to her. Something similar happened. He basically was like monkey and got to our window, and we're on the second floor. We live in a house, and his and our house are close together. But yeah, he did that because he wanted to hide somewhere and process the fact that his mom is going to come home. So yeah. Yeah. I don't have to really. You should choose. You're so polite. Alright. Let's hear from the fancy tropical place. I'm intrigued. Will you show us the way? You nodded, taking the lead of your little group as Cove and his mom followed behind you. Together, the three of you left the neighborhood behind. I mean, I was thinking how to say it, but my brain froze, and I was like, I forgot the word climb, and decided to express it in another way, which ended up being he's a monkey. But then again, it's kind of monkey-esque, considering he climbed to second story. Sorry if I stop often. On top of me generally having fragile voice for reading, I haven't slept, so it's kinda hard to read. The walk was about 15 minutes, and long away Kyra asked a lot of questions about the area. Cove quiet most of the time, so you ended up answering for her instead. Kyra explained that she lived in a large city, and she loved how peaceful and relaxing everything seemed in Sunset Bird. The restaurant was busy and as usual, but luckily you were shown right to the small table. Kyra lowered herself into the chair, while Cove picked the one diagonal to her, not facing her or to her side. It was awkward. Let me see. To start, what would you like? What you all like to drink? I'll get an orange soda. Noted. Zero? Coffee. I wonder if they're gonna allow me to drink coffee, because I'm 13, but I drank coffee when I was 13 anyways. I hope they allow me. I won't lie, that sounds too mushy for me. That means beverage. I like stuff like this, mainly because like the story is good. I like slice of life stuff, and also it has representation, which is, you know, important. I really like the fact that we can use datem, and everything is kind of okay with that part of the jazz of the stories, you know. But if you like scary stuff, you're gonna like, you know, sitting with me the next two streams. One is the Crooked Man, which we're gonna play RPG Maker version of the Crooked Man, the creepypasta, and the other is another part of Higurashi. So yeah, I think there are many scary games and murder and horror stuff that I want to play, but some of them are quite taxing on PC and stuff. So for now we're gonna play mainly RPG Maker, and apparently Higurashi, I'm still surprised that we can't play it. But Higurashi is like 25 hours and I read around 2 hours per stream, so we have long to go. And it gets very interesting the more you explore the story. Again, if you play them, you're gonna probably have fun watching me play them. Although sadly, I don't think I'm making much justice to the characters with my poor reading. No, I understand you. I do the same. Like, I myself get scared easily, like jump scared. It's not like actual fear. I just flinch a lot. But I love watching people play scary games, and when I have better PC, mainly I'm gonna play story-based games that are not as fluffy. Like, games like Danganronpa and mystery games, scary games, and a bunch of, more goofy shit like Fall Guys. But yeah, still, I'm thankful that you're sitting here for this one too. I genuinely really like the story. It's very relaxing and good for me to practice reading without stuttering. Because I try to speak in fairly similar voices. But yeah, I want coffee. I hope they allow me. Kara gave you a iced A-bro, but then smiled. Iced or hot? There's sugar on the table if you want to add that, but do you want cream with it? Hot iced with cream, iced no cream. I live on cold coffee. This is literally me. Like I think I started drinking coffee when I was 14, like actual coffee. And since then, I basically live on caffeine. I started drinking water thanks to streaming because I realized how fragile my voice is. Sure. I replaced the order to your drinks, getting a black hot coffee for herself, and it didn't take long before they were brought to the table and seated in front of you. You took a long sip of your drink as you looked around the restaurant. Your small group checked over the menus, deciding what to order. The last time you came here, the dish you ordered was amazing. You wanted to order something different this time. Kyra and Cove didn't need any encouragement for this. They were totally focused on the information in front of them. Soon the meals, too, were ordered and the menu taken away. You glanced at the table surface, waiting to figure out what to say. Cove sunk back further into his seat and avoided eye contact. He started to twiddle his thumbs while acting like that this was perfectly normal. Oh, Coffee Talk. I have it for plan to play. Since I try to kind of save up money too, it's kind of hard for me to often purchase games. That's why most of the games I play are actually free. But yeah, it's one of many games. I literally have something like 400 games that I have planned to play. That's how bad it is. I want to play it. There is also a Cyberpunk game. Oh god, I don't remember the name of the game, but it's of the same RPG kind of pixel type, but it's dark and it's Cyberpunk. It's another game that I want to play. There is also Milk Inside the Bag, which has very odd name, but it's another game of. I think it's from the same developers as Coffee Talk, or at least the style is very similar. What else was there? There are many, like literally I have 400, almost 500 games that are mostly this type of thing, exploration, story based, mainly dark stuff. But yeah, yeah, I mean, I picked many games because technically speaking, if I start streaming more, like more than 1, 2, 3 hours, and get better at reading, it's gonna take me less time. I try to interact with chat a lot, which is why my streams kind of go too long. But yeah, I just want to have stuff to do, and most of them are not very expensive, which is good for me because I literally don't have money and need to get money so I can get normal PC and not mine. And when we get normal PC, then more story-based stuff start, because also one of my dreams is to play Detroit Become Human and similar games with you guys. I really love that game. I purposely never finished watching gameplays for it. Like, I know what's happening till they go into that town where it's like a very, very cold with the girl, and I stopped from there purposely, so I don't know the last few chapters. So when I play, I will be fully blind for the ending and will have forgotten almost all that happened prior. Which is kind of bad because I'm actually a big consumer of content of other Vtubers. So I kind of get spoiled about stuff and have to avoid some. But yeah, let me go back to the game. His own feelings today were ignorable. Instead of asking more open questions, he's brushed off. Kari had mercy on her son and instead put her focus towards you. So, Zero, what's are a few things that you're into? There's gotta be something you do for fun, especially now that you're not buried in school's assignments. Ooh, many stuff. Nice. I like to read, I like to watch, games are fun, I like to play, hang out with people, I go to the beach, I'm into sports, fashion, I really like... Oh my god! Imagine if we say that! First of all, Cove is gonna fucking die. Cove is a really shy guy, and we haven't really had proper situation that shows interest, although my idea is to become partners with him. But like, imagine being so bold, you're 13 and you just met the mother of the boy you like and you're like, I'm into your son. Oh no. Oh my god, boy. Okay. Fashion, I still spend time studying, writing, I spend time on art. I don't know how many answers we can give. The things I wanna answer is like music, spend time on art, games are fun, and hang out with people. But it's only hang out with people for the game because I don't like doing it actually. Like I like hanging out with people online. I'm not so keen on hanging out with people outside. So yeah, I'm gonna pick first music. Ooh, I play the guitar, play the bass, play piano, what type of instrument to play. I mean, I can play piano, but just a bit. Like, one of my future ideas is to share my basic piano skills with you guys. But yeah, it's very basic. Literally, I can play 4 stuff. If you have watched the anime Another, I can play a bit of the soundtrack of Another. I can play a bit of Studio Ghibli soundtrack of one of the movies. Also, the Disney movie Anastasia. I can play a bit of that too. And obviously something that probably most people that play piano can play is a bit of a Moonlight Sonata, and that's all that I can play. I can't even read notes from paper. I just remember them by ear and watching stuff. So I'm gonna say that I listen to it because I listen to a lot of music. I have a MP3 player at home that my mom helped me put some music on, and I've seen some concerts. Awesome! I spent time on art, painting, drawing, sculpting. Currently, I mainly draw digitally. As kid and young teen, I was drawing on paper alone. I think I'm gonna keep this. My computer at home doesn't really have all the programs I need. Drawing. I filled out a lot of sketchbooks. Video games. I don't know much about them. Oh, that's her. That's why the sentence sounded so odd previously, sorry. I don't know much about them. Maybe you can show me sometime. Thanks. I'm happy to learn more about you. There's so much I hadn't heard. Cove leaves details out. So what exactly did Cove say about me? Kyra laughed, holding her hand in front of her mouth. Shh, I can tell you that I didn't come all the way to embarrass my son too much. Kids are delicate at this age. She laughed again, and you glanced at Cove to see his reaction. He was trying not to pay attention, but you could tell that he was uncomfortable. Hoping it would clear some of the tension in the air, you decided to ask Kyra a few questions of your own. Cole hadn't told you much about her, and you were curious to know more about this woman who was such a big part of his life. What exactly do you do for work? I'm a travel writer for magazines and things. I keep people in the loop of what's worth seeing. It's good work. Whoa. Oh boy, what are these options? I doubt 13 years old would outright ask this. If you want to play a very specific type of person, but I try to play this game actually like myself, basically. So that's why I pick stuff that are accurate for me, like the fact that I listen to a lot of music, draw, and play video games. These two are no. This also is kinda off because Cove is probably gonna have emotional flashback of his childhood and their old house, so I'm gonna go with this. Spend time with my little boy, of course, and traveling. A real shock, huh? Nevada. Have you even been there? You shook your head. It's a beautiful place. Check it out if you can. It didn't seem to bother her that the conversation dropped off. Cove sipped his soda angrily, slurping up the remaining drink with furrowed brows. Jeez. He looked ready to run straight out of the restaurant. You weren't sure if coming along had ended up making the lunch better or worse. You flicked his straw, rapped at him. I'm not sure. Let me save just in case. I want to be kind of funny because I think that I can distract him. The rapper hit coughs on the nose. You had a bit bite down your lip to keep from laughing. It took a couple moments, but finally he cracked a smile, and that made you feel a little lighter inside.
Very cute.
You two seems really cute together. Cole covered his face with his hands and leaned back in his seat.
Seriously?
Ah, Mom, why would you say that? At least she likes us, because we probably gonna marry your son, so... Yeah. Boy, these answers. You hear how I read. I genuinely didn't know how bad at reading I am because one of my dreams is to be able to actually voice act properly, you know. And now still I don't have many people watching me. You two and several other people are kind of semi-regulars. But generally I don't have much audience still, so I use that to show to people how bad I am at reading and train. But yeah, till I started doing this, I didn't know how bad I am directly reading, because I know that I'm good at English. Like, I speak more English than my native in my daily life, because I stay online a lot. But yeah, I didn't know how trash I'm at reading till I had to read. And also how fragile my voice is, sadly. You blushed, yeah, this is most accurate. The way she said that embarrassed you. You weren't prepared to have Cole's own mother describe the normal interaction the two of you had as cute. Your meals were delivered shortly after that, and everything was so delicious. Even Cole enjoyed his food.
Okay.
Alright, now that we are all full and content, can you explain please why you had a bug up your butt all day? Cole's face scourged at that. Seriously, baby, what did Mom do to make you this mad? I haven't even been around a full day yet. He gripped the edge of the table, refusing to make eye contact. The words he spoke were barely audible over the din of the restaurant. You could have told me. She learned the words to not miss anything else, eyebrows raised. Told you what? He finally seemed to find his voice and spoke the thoughts that had been on his mind. That I wasn't gonna visit you this year, that you were gonna be coming instead. Didn't you invite me? You wanted me here with you. Cole's eyes began to shake, and his frustration ebbed. I don't. I do want you to be around, but I didn't know it'd be like this. It's not the same, and nobody said anything.
I see.
Her expression grew tense. She threaded her fingers together and placed her hands in front of her on the table. Were both of you gifted another Clifford surprise? Referring to that as a Clifford surprise almost caused both of you to crack a smile. You also had no idea his name wasn't just Cliff. Over 5 years, nobody had even called him Clifford until now. She smoothed her hair out, not letting go of her stern look. The more things change, the more they stay the same. They let out an identical sigh, but smiled weakly at one another afterwards.
I'm sorry.
I can't go home, Cole. We can still set up a normal trip to place before the summer ends. Cole's lips that close together, he seriously pondered the option.
I mean...
I think I do want you to stay. I miss it when you're not there. My heart! She reached across the gap, grabbed his face, and placed a kiss on his cheek. Both tried to wiggle away. Mom, stop! I'm sorry. Sweet young men need to be smooched by their parents. If I don't, they would take away my mom license. Kara was completely confused by Cole's admission, but a tone of seriousness did return to her voice when the conversation continued. Do you want me to talk to your dad too? No! Cole had snapped the word instantly, but reeled his annoyance back in just as quickly. Maybe later, not today.
It's alright.
I understand. We can share it. Thanks, Mom. Thank you for taking your time, little mister. She grinned affectionately at him before turning you away. And thank you, Zero. Huh? What did I do? It's easy to act like a baby with your mom. It's harder to keep up with your neighborhood watching everything. Especially when you really care about what said neighbor thinks of you. She winked. Mom! She just ruffled hair with a laugh, then moved her hand down to tap the end of his nose. And that was how the issue was resolved, at least between Cove and his mom. When the three of you left the restaurant, Kyra had paid the bill. You walked back to your neighborhood slowly. You had eaten so much by the time you were beginning to feel sleepy. It didn't help that the lunch had happened late and the sun was already beginning to descend from the sky. Oh my god! Jesus Christ! He looks different. He changed a lot. What the fuck? He looked different when Cove was young. Like, not that Cove is very old, 13 is not old chat, but wow! By the way, you know the whole expression with himbos? He's basically that. He's very goofy, kinda overly positive surfer guy. He's the literal manifestation of himbo. Oh god. But eventually, you reached out your street. Someone was there to greet your group upon arrival. Welcome back, family, and Zero too. Look at them together, what the fuck? I mean, yes, it's supposed to be a beach town. Like, they literally have a beach like several steps away from their house. And as you see by the illustration behind, the houses are like kind of modern. It's California, like it feels like California for me. I actually don't remember where they are actually, but it has California vibes. Same with the money, because they're not like rich, but they're like certainly don't have many problems, at least for now. No one of the characters had any money problems. Leave. Dad. The two walked past him into the condo without sparing another word. Despite the summer heat, their shoulders were cold. I'm in trouble. He rubbed back on his neck with a crooked smile, but his eyes were soft as he looked on after them. Yeah, they're quite like I don't know. Actually, he's having business thing. Hello, Dragonsphere. Oh yeah, I activated this thing that highlights different chats in different way. Hello, thank you for joining. Please read the rules if you haven't. I think I made it so you have to read them before joining chat, but yeah, I hope you're having a good time, and thank you for making me company. Thank you for... Oh, wait, I just realized that 50 people. Oh my god. What the hell? What the fuck? No. Okay. I got 50 Thank you so much. Thank you. 50 people was my goal for followers, because one of the things you need to do is to get affiliated, is to have 50 people following. And yeah, the other thing is 3 people to be consistent in chat each stream, which is kind of hard to achieve, but at least we got the 50 people. Thank you very much. Thank you. Joita. Anyway, let's continue. He's so much like his mom, don't you think? He gave a vague nod, not sure what he was expecting you to do. He nodded back, far more energetically. Okay. Have a nice night, Zero. You too, Mr. Holden. He's a nice guy, just a bit childish for his age. With that, Kovstad disappeared to join the others inside. It was your turn to go home now. Summer hadn't started off at all how you imagined it would have, though it turned out to set the tone well. Having Kyrie in the neighborhood was a new experience for not only you and Kov, but also both your families, and the 2 moment was really hard. Jesus. Wait, which one we read? Or we haven't? Wait, I'm kinda confused if I read them or not. Let me save before that. Sadly, I don't have the DLCs. Yeah. I'm not sure if I read them or not. Growing? Family? Dinner? I think that these are the new ones, I'm pretty sure. Okay, yeah. This is new. So what we're gonna do is read all these things we can enjoy during the summer. Like, there are different events that you can do during the summer. And they progress the story and make you get to know the characters better. I hope to see the new neighborhood kid that was weirdly pissed off at everybody. I think that he's having family problems, which is gonna be interesting situation, since technically most of the people in this game actually have kind of odd families. We're probably the ones with the most stable family. But yeah. The family shopping trip had lasted most of the morning, and you still had to unload everything from the truck before you could enjoy the afternoon. You cradled another bag in your arms as you headed towards your house. It was on the heavier bags from the grocery store, loaded with fresh apples, ripe tomatoes, a bunch of carrots, and even half of watermelon. Our mom is so pretty. I love her hair. Also, her eyes are so like golden, and her skin tone is so pretty. She's just gorgeous. Ma come out in front door and paused just ahead of you.
It's no trouble.
Need any help with that, Zero? I can bring the rest of the way if you want me to. I think I'm probably gonna answer this. Let me check the rest. Yep, I'm gonna answer this. Even if it was large, it wasn't really any problem for you. I gave you an encouraging grin and pressed her fingers through the blue hair. You set the nails back on the counter. Your older sister began to root around inside for Your older sister began to root around inside for the content with a sigh. How much is left? Still a few more bags. With a half a more puff, Elizabeth continued putting away the groceries, and you retreated out of the kitchen before you could become the target of her bad mood.
Be careful.
Careful, Zero! You hadn't been... See ya, Petich. Thank you for visiting. Thank you. You hadn't been looking... What is this sentence? Wow, okay. You hadn't looked where you're going and bumped right into Mom, almost stepping on her toes to a boot. Sorry. I can't give you pass this time, but be sure to watch where you're going. If you run into wrong person, you might get your license revoked. She grinned at the bad joke as you continued through the door. Outside, Maha started organizing what remained and putting back any loose objects that had fallen out during the trip. When you stopped the truck beside her, she took in a big breath of her air. Oh my god, I'm really sorry, my brain just died for the last few sentences. Come on. Work. She took in a big breath of air, her dress gently swaying around the breeze.
It's a shame.
It's a shame we had to spend the morning cooped up in the shopping center. It's a beautiful day, don't you think? You tilted your head to the sky, gazing at the clear blue expanse. Low-key, I want to answer that because I actually prefer rainy days rather than sun. But the character is kinda in love with the sun, so I'm just gonna yes it is. You closed your eyes and enjoyed the way the sun warmed your face for a few moments before you turned back to help Ma with the groceries. Oh, hi Cove. You noticed Mom wave over at Cove, who had just exited the front door. His surfboard propped up under one arm. Let me see. Surfboard and wetsuit? Where might you be off to his beautiful day? Cove flinched at being called so suddenly. He hadn't realized there were people out there already, but he quickly recovered. Good one, Mr. Narukami. He crossed the pavement to properly say hello to you and your moms. Hello, honey. It's a beautiful day for surfing. I haven't been out on the waves in a long time. I'm jealous. Cove smiled, pleased to have people around who shared in his hobby. Yeah. I'm hoping to get a few good waves before it gets dark. Do you wanna go hang out later, Zero? Of course I'm gonna.
Cool.
Oh jeez. Can I help out with anything?
No.
Oh jeez, I skipped the log. Can I help out with anything? No. This is our job. You go enjoy the beach. Okay, so we can go to the beach. That's nice. Zero can catch up as soon as they finish here. Alright, I'll see you. Yeah. You watched us Cove headed off towards the beach, unable to hide your grin, knowing that you'd be joining him soon. Once everything had finally taken in put away, you go yourself, ready to meet Coves at the beach. You had surfboard and you wanted to take with you a family had surfboard around. Yep, this. I don't know how. I can't swim but never tried surfing. Because where I live we technically don't have water at the beach that's moving in the right way for surfing. Like it's just not the typical beach. I don't know how to describe it. You said the same thing to your parents, and while I laughed a little, Mom gave you a smile.
Well,
You just have to go there and see what happens. Cove must have been so excited to invite you there that he forgot you didn't surf. Or he's hoping you'll go watch him to see how so he can show off. Oh yeah, I used to do that. I know, hon. I experienced your situation firsthand. I was stuck on the shore too. You noticed what I was doing? Yes, after the very first time, it's not civil move. How embarrassing. I was too impressed.
oh,
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. Oh my god, the fact that both Cove's mom and our moms actually tried to set us up with Cove is kind of funny. Oh god, it's so funny, what the hell.
hey.
Hey, what are you still doing here? Go on, have your fun. You're only young ones, but don't do anything I wouldn't have. Okay. At your parents' prodding, you hurried to leave the house and head down to the beach. When you arrived at the shore, you were greeted by the crash of waves and the soft calls of seagulls. You took in the lungful of ocean's air and felt your olive skin warm in the sun. You noticed a small setup nearby with a towel, some sunscreen, and a bottle of water. It mustn't be Cove's. You spotted Cove himself nearby. He hadn't gone onto the sea yet. He was just sitting in the sand on the water's edge, his board propped up beside him. You walked up beside him. Hi, I made it. Zero? I looked up at you with He looked up at you with a smile and quickly hopped to his feet. I was wondering if you were still coming. Which one? Maybe? This one. He chuckled shyly at your insistence. Okay. Then he cast his eyes towards the waves. Oh. You are ready to spread out your towel and take it easy.
Don't worry about it.
I don't have to go out. I'll stay with you on the shore. Or, if you want, you could use one of my other boards. I could teach you. I owe you that much, right? I was the one who always promised to show you about surfing. True. He's offered the option to you for pretty much as long as you've known him. You were touched, he remembered. Yeah, it's alright. You go ahead on your own. I'll be fun to see what you can do. Cove gave you a smile, but you could tell the pressure was on. He stood up straight with new expectations for his performance. I can do that if you're sure. Yep. Then okay. Wave to me if you get bored or something. You set up your towel on the beach. Make yourself comfortable wing set up. If only you had brought popcorn. Imagine that. Cove looked strangely stiff in the water and he kept glancing back at you. You didn't know what to do. But with every wave he seems to relax more and more. Either he was growing less self-conscious or more used to your eyes. Yeah, this is something I would do. You started with sticking out your tongue, but you kept it varied. You tried to be creative and were rewarded when he finally laughed. Though it never distracted him enough to put a dent on his performance. I've checked in with you after some more time that has passed. Bored yet? I just thought it. Oh Jesus. I wouldn't use that sentence. That's good. He didn't look entirely convinced. Just watching him could be worthwhile. But you mean it. How about you? Are you having fun? Yeah, I always do. I like that you're here though. Yeah, this one was. You noticed the previous answers, the way you could actually say to his mom that you like him and all. There is certain type of character they gave you the option to be like very in your face, cocky, boisterous character, but I'm more chill. Also, excuse me, I have to mute for a second. Oh yeah, I would choose for fun too. I'm not that stiff, but I prefer to be kinda laid back with this gameplay. We may... Yeah, basically. I don't think that I would even, make voice and stuff because I'm kinda... I don't like people to have their attention on me, which is kind of weird considering that I'm basically a streamer, but it's different. I don't want people IRL to attention around me. It feels nice to hear that you're glad he appreciated your presence, even if you weren't surfing like he was. Both planted his Jesus mouth work. Both planted his surfboard in the sand and sat down beside you. He looked towards the ocean and squinted at it. You watched him, somewhat confused. He was thinking something, but you didn't know what, which is unusual when it comes to Cove. He muttered something to himself. Cove?
It's nice.
Oh, I was just checking on the way. You have a nice spot. Thanks. With that, Cove went back to surfing and you continued to watch him. He tended to stay in your direct field of vision for the point. Now you got it. He really looked like a pro out here. All in all, the Cove surfing channel was better than cable. The setting sun was visible at the horizon. Every time you would look away, it had sunk a little lower. The beach was darkening but still pleasantly warm. Cove peeked out at the sunset. There was something particularly striking about it that day. When you glanced over at Cove, you saw a lazy smile on his face. Hey, what are you thinking about? Nothing exactly. It's just been nice. Oh, look at his face. Look at his face. That's so cute. He picked up a shell and fidgeted with it. The thinner part was smooth to the touch. I get that. You chatted a little more until the conversation truly died out and all you heard was a rhythmic sound of the waves. Then Cole sighed. The day can't be over. Not yet. He scowled into the distance as if the sun existing in the sky was personal offense. Don't you think it should be longer? I mean, yeah, especially when you're that young. Summer feels too short, so Cove stood up straight in the distance of approaching darkness. I'm not gonna go home yet. I want to go somewhere. I don't know. Oka still dripping in salt water, so you weren't sure what the alternative was. Wetsuits were fine for the beach and not much else. It wasn't a good idea for him to lug his surfboard around town either. You'll be real cute in that wetsuit wherever you go. I am not that brave to say that. Nope. Cove nodded with a smile. He looked down the shore with wide, shining eyes. That's at least one place always okay to hang out in, no matter what time it is. The park. He nodded. The park was virtually always empty. Even Elizabeth only went over there nowadays if she was looking for you. How times have changed. She used to be so protective of the place. In fact, the only person there was a change of running into might be that Jeremy kid again. You brought the idea up to Cove and he cringed, but I'm still going. The sun is still here. A little. I'm staying out as long as it is. Okay, let's go. Cove took a minute to put his stuff in order. He made sure to get it all, though didn't take much care to shake the sand off. You dealt with your own things. Yeah, this. I'm done, Cove. He rolled his eyes with a bad smile at the announcement. As a final touch, Cove plucked his glasses off the beach and put them back on his face. He looked more like himself now. He led the way down the beach to the park. It wasn't far, so it didn't take you long at all. The sun still hadn't completely disappeared, just that when you made your arrival. Cove stuck his surfboard upright in the sand and tossed his towel over the top. By now, Cove looked mostly dry. The summer breeze on your skin kept you pleasantly warm. Cove idly went over to the monkey bars. He grabbed them, feet flat on the ground, and pretended to go across. He had definitely grown in the past few years. You are still short enough to use the monkey bars yourself. Sometimes being tiny has its perks. When he got to a bar in the middle, Cove pulled himself through, then sat on the top of the bar. His legs dangled off the side of the bar he perched on. Technically, I doubt that I could pull myself over the monkey bars actually, but I'm gonna do it anyways here. You looked above yourself to inspect the monkey bars. You might have been short, but just give you more experience in climbing things. You leaped and grabbed one of the bars, using a momentum to swing yourself up. It took a little more scrambling, but you made it to the top. Cove seemed impressed. You sat out on the monkey bar like it was a throne. You didn't get to be above everything often. Guess what? He smiled broadly and raised an eyebrow. He's not here. Right, it was true. There wasn't a single sign of Jeremy. Looks like it was just going to be the two of you tonight. Cove hung his head and groaned dramatically. Your eyes widened when he wiped his head back up.
No way.
I can't believe how dumb my parents are for forcing me to come to this stupid place. You're taken aback and blink for a second before you realize he was quoting Jeremy. Oh god, this reminded me when Cove just moved because he basically sounded the same. But the difference is that Jeremy was quite aggressive when Cove is just sad. He was quite sad the whole time. Yeah. Cove chuckled back at you, a mischievous glint in his eyes. You looked around. The old park, the streets you knew like the back of your hand, and the beach. These were your stomping grounds. You wondered how Cove actually felt. How much was his joke just a joke, or how much was sincere dislike of this place? Movie had never been his choice. Do you really have to ask that, Zero? Cove kicked his legs carelessly as they dangled. He smiled softly. I like it here. I really do. It's a nice place. He didn't hesitate. There was no uncertainty. That was his genuine opinion. Okay, this. A content feeling flew between the two of you. Lloyd began like, oh. It hadn't taken long for the day to finally draw to close. The sun was gone and it was dark. You chatted a while longer, but it wasn't definitely winding down. It was definitely winding down. I sometimes read something and then realize that I read it wrong. Sorry. Already? He seemed to just notice how dark it was. It was hard to make out his exact expression with his face in shadow. I guess I lost track of time. Off-sighted. It was time to go home. He hopped down from the monkey bars with a thumb when his feet hit the ground. You clambered down the monkey bars yourself. You lowered yourself more slowly than Cove and barely made a sound when your feet reached the ground. Cove grabbed his own surfboard and threw his towel around his neck. With his water bottle in hand, he was ready. You both began your trek up the road. It was quiet night and you didn't run into anyone else. In what felt like no time at all, you had reached your street. As you walked, Cove smiled to himself. It was soft expression. You couldn't help but wonder what put it there. Cove? I just remembered when you were younger. It used to be such a big deal to come home after dark. You couldn't indeed recall. If you got Sandy, your parents would have something to say. If you go wait, your parents will have more to say. And if you come home after dark, well, your mom and his dad better have said it was okay beforehand. You used to need permission for everything. A small comment he made exposed just how much freedom you really had this summer. Both looked up into the sky, a smile still on his face, as the two of you walked side by side, reminiscing. When you came to your houses, you turned to each other. Thanks for today, Zero. Both waved at you both, turned around on your respective houses. This was a pleasant end to outing, you told. Okay, so it just gets grey out when you had read it, okay. This is good for me to know. Oh man, my throat is so clogged up. Sorry if I sound really like reading really bad. I don't know if I can read another part though. I don't know if my voice can hold it. Let me drink a bit of water. I'm going to try reading more. I don't want the stream to be only hour and a half. I want to reach 2 hours. And I want to progress a bit in the summer too. I think road trip is gonna be quite long. Dinner probably family too, so I'm directly going to growing, which is probably like the whole puberty stuff that are starting to happen. Yeah. Early on afternoon, you found yourself in the living room with your family. It was another one of the summer days where it felt too hot to go outside, but it was too uncomfortable to do anything inside either. The air conditioner was cranked up as far as you could negotiate it, but everyone was still being pretty lazy. You, your mom, and sister were lounging around while the TV blared on it, the backdrop, ignored by all of you. You specifically were. Probably this. The surface has been nice and cool touch at first, but now your skin was sticking to it. Elizabeth broke the silence with a loud groan, glanced over. She was lying with her back over the couch, massaging her cough with one hand.
Ugh.
I feel terrible. I'm dying in this house and my legs hurt. Mine looked up for the magazine she barely was flipping through and frowned concerned. Could you have strained them somehow? Elizabeth flared briefly, then flopped on her side with a heavy sigh. I don't know, it just hurts.
Sweetie.
Oh, sweetie. Ma got up for her seat and the kitchen table and walked over to your sister. She did a light pat on Elizabeth's shoulder sympathetically. I'm sorry you have to deal with that. Maybe it's growing pains? You could be taller by next fall. Elizabeth coughed. She didn't look impressed by my assessment. I'd rather be my height forever than deal with this. Mom walked over too, leaning against the back of a couch. Kids, they grow up so fast. Soon Elizabeth will have a home of her own. Maybe even a nice husband and some kids, if she feels like it. She sniffled loudly and whipped on her eyes, but you could tell that it was just a bit. You tilted your head. Even though you knew Elizabeth liked guys, it was hard to imagine her with a boyfriend or a husband. She only seemed invested in hanging out with her group of friends, not chasing after boys. Mom must agree with you because she shook her head. Let's not exaggerate, she's still practically a child. But if you ever do pursue romance, Elizabeth, you can come to talk to me about it. Definitely. If always willing to lend an ear. Elizabeth's features contorted in disgust.
No.
No way! I'm not talking to my mom about that. Mom jaw dropped when she gasped in an exaggerated display of shock. Her hand kept up pressed against her chest. Ma only grinned. She didn't look offended by Elizabeth's quick response at all. It really shouldn't be so bad to come to us. I know what it's like to have a crush on a pretty boy or two. I don't, but I can listen anyway. So, Mom is probably lesbian and our ma is probably bi, judging by their answers. It's so cute though. Also, it's funny because based on how we made our character with our hair and all, we kinda low-key look like adopted because everybody has different hair and like our expressions are kinda different too. Most snorted their own joke, while Mom burst into giggles. They were having a little too much fun at Elizabeth's expense. Elizabeth certainly. I'm actually not sure. Wait. I am pretty sure that my Shizma and she's mom, maybe, but I may be wrong. I constantly forget who is who.
Thanks.
I'm going back to my room. I'd rather melt alone, thanks. My voice is dying. She strode off towards the staircase, taking steps two at a time. Your mom stared at her, then turned to each other with raised eyebrows. Whoops. Looks like we scared her off with all that romance talk.
Well?
Okay, so she's Ma. She's Ma. Her eyes opened when her lines popped up. So she's Ma, and she's Mom. Oh well, we'll get her next time. You watched them window with some surprise. Obviously your mom's liked women, but you had no idea that Ma liked guys too. That was the first time you heard her say something like that. Ma, you like guys and girls? Ma turned to you. Happy to bring you into things now that you're spoken up. She smiled and nodded. That's right. I like both. But I like your mom the most of everyone. She's special. My smile turned a sort in the corners, like it usually did when she looked at her. She pinched Mom's cheek slightly. Mom reached up, took up a hand over Ma's. Even when Ma stopped pulling her cheeks, their hands remained clasped together.
You're fantastic.
Oh, they're so cute. Thanks, Lainey. I think most women have charm, but no one can hold the candle to you.
Aww.
Oh, Pamela. Oh, they are so cute. They're so cute. Both are very cute. Mom beamed, then kissed Mom on the cheek. She's been pinching before. Yeah, that moment's very sweet. You smile to yourself at the sight. No matter how often your moms express their feelings to each other, it's always nice to witness it. Ma looked back at you, letting Mom hang. Yeah, in general, like the story is not without tension because even now that I think that we're gonna see more characters, so we haven't had that much of a drama because co situation is kind of often seen, but like even though there is family drama, it's kind of, how to put it, understanding drama, like people are not aggressive. I don't know how to express it the right way. Then again, the story is made to be inclusive, so. But I bet when we enter high school age, there gonna be some friend or someone who has family that is pretty much no about all this. Ma looked back at you, letting Mom's hand off with a brief squeeze. She settled down next to you, and Mom followed sooner up. You know, I'll also here to listen to you whatever you are ready. That offer isn't just for Elizabeth. You bumped her shoulder with yours, a reassuring smile in place. There's no rush, of course. You can take all time you need to figure out what or who you want.
It's okay.
Don't think you will have to stick with whatever you come up with right now, either. Life's nice like that. It can change and you can learn. Mom nodded her agreement. The two of us are ready to hear you out. And we may be able to relate better than you think. Still, we won't push the topic, at least most of the time. She gave Ma the weakest scanching look possible while being unable to stop grinning. Yeah, I don't know how I would react to that. I never had exactly that sort of conversation. So yeah. You weren't sure what to say to that. Mom let out another exaggerated sniffle. Yeah, of course she's Mom, because when they were joking, she was the one that got that expression, okay? Let out another exaggerated sniffle. It didn't take a genius to realize it was fake. First, Elizabeth, now you, Zero. Do you have to grow up? Yes, children tend to do that from time to time. Your parents quickly grew absorbed in their own conversation about rearing. What? How the fuck are you reading this? Rearing kids? Okay. I am not native English speaker, so I had no idea that word existed. You took that as your cue to leave, getting up so you could spend some time alone in your room too. They let you go without problem, so you made your way upstairs. You let all aside once you stepped into your room. It was just as sweating in there as it was in the living room, possibly even a little warmer. I mean, we're kinda on the, closer to the sunlight. I imagine that this room is boiling. You couldn't even open your window, since it was hotter outside, and you'd just let the AC out. You dragged your feet as you crossed the room. You checked your current sweating condition in the mirror as you passed by it. You thought back to the conversation you had downstairs about growing up now. After a moment, you stepped a bit closer to the mirror. You stared into it and turned away for the surface to look down at yourself. You are definitely growing, alright. It was weird thinking about how you were now in comparison to what you have been when you were younger. When it came to your body, I say that I'm gonna rely to how I was. I never was like fully chubby, but at some point I was, so heavy set maybe, or chubby, one of the two. Then you shift to the side, your head still facing forwards and continuing the self-evaluation from the viewpoint. When you were born, as impacted the way your body grew, but it wasn't what really determined who you were. When it comes to your figure, I like how they totally differently worded it here and here. The wording is totally different. It's so open, what the hell? It kinda low-key take me aback how open it is. Because like obviously I knew that it's open game, that's why I like to play it, because obviously representation and whatnot. But at the same time I didn't expect that they to be so direct about it. Okay. Trying to imagine your adult self might be like. You reached over and massaged your skull with one hand, staring intently at the mirror, but now you knew that it was there to stay. took a step backwards, finished with your impromptu inspection. You locked eyes with your reflection, cocking your head to the side, all things considered. It took you a moment to realize that you were flooring to yourself. You glanced away from the mirror. You shook your head roughly, putting thoughts of what you were turning into out of your mind. This wasn't the time to focus on such things. You had to find something to do in this heat. You shuffled over to your bed, collapsing onto the mattress. Your brows crunched up in thought. Time passed slowly, and your millions possible ideas about what to do were few and far between. You weren't sure how long it had been, but eventually you heard your mom call you from downstairs. Zero, there's call for you. Call want to come over. Is that alright? You perked up at the words. Sitting in the bed, you yelled back at her immediately. Yeah! You got to your feet and headed downstairs, eager to see your friend. You needed to go downstairs soon anyway, because your empty stomach told you it was almost time for lunch. Just as you reached the bottom of the stairs, you saw Mom put the phone back on the receiver. She glanced at Ma, leaning her hip against the kitchen counter.
What a pickle.
Well, here comes trouble. Better prepare ourselves. Ma clicked the tongue in clear disapproval of Ma's words. He's such a good boy. Cove never wants to cause trouble. He can just be a bit thoughtless and impulsive. Oh, I know, he's very sweet, but that's what makes it more of a problem. If a stranger or some kid from school was seeing Zero on to behave badly, I think we can both agree that they do the right thing at the end. But if Cove Holden then got into a reckless mood and wanted Zero to be part of the ride, can we really be certain of what can they make then?
Yes.
Yes, I think so. Zero helps Cove settle down. He would have gotten himself in even more trouble without them.
Thanks.
You have a point. Ma laughed, but she turned away, still snorting. Her eyes met yours. She blinked in surprise, then waved at you with an easy grin. Mom looked over, noticing you at the foot of the stairs as well. Oh, I didn't expect you to come down already, Zero. I just wanted to let you know what was happening. Well, if I hadn't come now, then I wouldn't have heard everything you said. Oh, it got cold, Pam. What? What are saying things too? I didn't say anything. I wouldn't have told Zero directly. Oh, you're unbelievable. You shook your head at your parents, even as you both blushed when you remembered just what they were been discussing. Alright, you got me. I'm sorry for being gossipy and saying that about your friend. I can't be bad too.
Let's go.
We'll get out of your way now. Mom sighed in mocking defeat and made her way down the hall. I followed her after with a cursed giggle. Oh God, I'm sorry. Now you were alone in the living room, tasked with waiting for Cove. And that was just fine with you. If it hadn't been so hot outside, you would have visited him at his house a long time ago. You took a seat at the kitchen counter and settled in for a wait. As expected, there was a knock on the door a few minutes later. When you got up and answered, your neighbor was standing on the other side. He came in once you stepped aside to let him pass, giving a little wave. You greeted him as you typically did. would just said hi. He thought this is the closest thing. He reached over and nudged his shoulder. Cove rolled to the side a bit and rolled his eyes, but he was smiling. Cove sighed and whipped at his face a bit. You noted the sheen of sweat across his brow. You must be glad to be back in an air-conditioned place, even if he only had to walk across the street to get here. It has been obvious that you were confused by his visit because he answered your unspoken question. I don't want to do anything, not when it's like this. He gestured vaguely to the humid air hanging around.
So,
I thought I could at least do nothing with you. Oh god, that's so cute. Oh, that Loki sounded romantic. What the hell? Yeah, one thing that you chat is gonna see with me is that I'm pretty much very easy, how to say it, very easy swept by romantic stuff. Like, I find them very cute. Yeah. Let me drink a bit of water. You thought that was really sweet. Yep, I was thinking the exact same thing. You grinned and he smiled back, and that was all here was to it. Both of you were on the same page. Have you had lunch yet? I was gonna do it soon. He shook his head.
not really.
I hadn't really felt like eating because of the heat. I probably should have lunch. I didn't have breakfast this morning. I don't eat breakfast at all, so. Both nodded, looking content with your suggestion. Okay, cool. As one, you headed into the kitchen. You crossed your arms as you glanced around, wondering what you should scrouch up for a meal. I don't want to eat anything that's warmed up. Is there something cold or not cooked? Yeah. After a bit back and forth, the two of you concluded that you should raid the fridge and the cabinet in order to make sandwiches. With that settled, you had planned to decide on the outside layers first. There was a wide variety to choose from. Plants, oh, planet. Oh, it was planned. Why I can't read today? Because you're on 4 hours of sleep, that's why. Anyways, there was a wide variety to choose from, since everyone in your house had their own favorites. There were white bread, wheat bread, sourdough, mixed grains, gluten-free bread, and pita pockets. Jesus, we're fucking rich. Imagine having so much variety of food. What the hell? Oh no. What the hell? We really are like the rich kids. I mean, we're not bad people, so there is nothing bad in having parents that have, stable income and stuff, but Jesus. The bakery house. Oh yeah, speaking of bakery, I have to tell my friend about this game. The friend I was talking to you about, chat, that his whole channel and everything is based around bread.
Hey.
Could you take the grain one for me? Sure. You reached out for the mixed grains, then made your decision. Yes, I didn't even have to think. When I saw that, I was like, I like stuff where you can stuff the pockets. It's very handy and comfortable to eat. You pulled out a pita pocket too, setting both items on the counter. And you had to decide what main direction the sandwiches will go in. I don't like sweet sandwiches. Something savory would make it feel like a real meal. As to the specific ingredients, oh my god, we actually can make sandwiches. Okay, so accidentally, the early people in chat that visit my streams are gonna know what type of sandwiches I like to eat. Ham slices, tofu, hummus, eggs, I generally don't drink big sandwich. I'm actually weirdly with not a lot big appetite. Some for sure. First, because red onions, tomatoes, lettuce, cucumber. I am a bit off with cheese. Like, I am not technically lactose intolerant to point where I can't eat stuff, but I tend to not eat cheese and eggs that much also. And when I drink milk, it's like plant-based milk, just because it makes me feel off if I drink a lot of. I like vegetables and stuff on sandwiches. If you have good sauces, like I like barbecue stuff and also garlic. But that's because like my grandma used to basically cut the end of the bread and then cut that end in pieces and shove bunch of stuff there, and was like, I was very small, like I was kindergarten age and could eat sandwich that is as big as my head currently, which is like several decades later. So yeah, it's kind of funny. But yeah, no eggs for me. I don't like eggs. And ham is the best thing for sandwiches when it comes to like meaty part. For the finishing touches, you intend to top of sandwiches with pesto, hot sauce, salt and pepper, ranch. Probably hot sauce and ranch. I don't like mayonnaise on sandwiches. I like mustard, but not in sandwiches like this. I never put salt and pepper on sandwiches, and I don't like pesto that much. You nodded to yourself with a quiet hum, satisfied. The two of you busted around the kitchen, opening and closing things in order to collect everything you needed for your individual sandwiches. You focused intently on assembling your own, for the most part. When you were close to being done, though, you glanced over at your neighbor. Kof was putting his sandwich together delicately, his brows furrowed and fingers sticking out, just barely. There was an open jar of peanut butter and honey near his plate, as well as a banana peel. So he was making a peanut butter banana and honey sandwich and mixed grains bread. I never liked the idea of bread and banana because both are kind of, banana is like the fruit version of bread, if you get me. It's odd to imagine them combined in sandwich. If just peanut butter jelly sandwich, yes, but with banana it's kind of odd, especially if the bread slice is kind of thick. I don't like it. It's not weird, it's just something that I don't like. It wasn't as surprising or interesting. Curiously satiated, you turned back to your plate and finished your own creation. By the time you were done, Kof had already cleaned up his workstation. He turned to face you, studying your sandwich briefly. He gave you an incredulous look, but didn't question you about it. Good. Done? Yeah. Cool. He waited you quickly returned the ingredients and cleaned a few utensils, then the two of you collected your respective plates. You both agreed on heading upstairs to hang out in your room. You and Kof entered your bedroom while balancing your food on the plates. Nothing fell, so it was a successful trip. Kof took a seat on the ground, stretching out the hardwood floor in an attempt to keep a bit cooler. He immediately took a bite of his sandwich, chewed, and then hummed happily. This sandwich is really good. At least that's something. At this point, you sat down and started on your own sandwich. Obviously, you were a pro at making sandwiches. He leaned back to his hand while chewing and glancing around. His every movement was sluggish. Wanna do something? He seemed the plan of not doing anything at all had already worked him, despite his lack of enthusiasm. He rolled his head back, looking up at the ceiling. What about the tic-tac-toe? Oh yeah. Yep. You put your Yep. Oh god, I really can't read. Jesus. You put your plate to the side and pulled out some markers and scrap of paper. And you laid everything on the floor. He scooted back to make more room in front of him. By the way, I just realized that they gave us bigger bed when we become older. Our bed was smaller before. Cove picked up on the markers with his right hand while keeping a half slice of sandwich in his left.
Alright.
I wanna be eggs, so you can go first. I think that's fair. Okay. You prepare to note down your first move. Your marker hovered over the paper. Oh god, we're gonna... Okay. Okay. Oh god, it took too fast. At the first round, you were about to take another bite of your sandwich when a thought occurred to you. I wonder if anyone turned off the TV downstairs. The TV was on earlier, but no one was really watching. Then everyone started leaving the living room. I know I didn't turn it off. It might still be on downstairs with no one there. Oh, the hangman. Yeah, I'm gonna play it. I had played some of the childish games, but depending, like, I know it just in general. What I most did when I was a child was just, play pretend maybe. I don't know, I didn't have a very interesting childhood actually. It's kinda light or a bit of both. Cole smiled crookedly at that.
Oh.
For sure, playing with no one around to enjoy it. What was it? You squeaked in the middle distance, trying to recall the show's name. I feel like it was some kind of crime-solving drama. Cove nodded sleepy. His eyes closed, then opened again with soft effort. Can you give me a specific? Maybe I can guess it. Well, you rested your chin on your open palm, groggily thinking as hard as you could. I remember there was a woman with long blonde hair. I think she was the one solving crimes, like as a detective or something. There was a scene in police station because someone got arrested. You lapsed into silence. The both of you thoughtful. Then Cove chuckled. It wasn't that funny, but you joined the laugh anyway. I don't know what that is. Me neither, and I just saw it. I think I'm gonna win anyways, shit. Oh. Another round came and went, and Cove grumbled as he readjusted himself. His features were twisted in grimace. I feel so sticky. Ugh. I'm gonna be stuck to this floor forever now. Yeah.
You're right.
Even when we're gray and old, we'll be still be here. Yeah. We have to accept our fate. You giggled under the breath at such a bizarre scenario. Cole cracked a smile as well. Then you returned to the game. Not gonna allow you. Oh shit, we're gonna lose. Cole spoke up once more, catching your attention. He was peering down at the piece of paper between you, his expression thoughtful.
Huh.
You know, tic-tac-toe is such a weird name for a game. What does it even mean? I actually don't know why it's called tic-tac-toe. Yep. Maybe, I'll do that too. Let's say the two of you turn your attention back to the game. Yeah, no one is gonna win. By this point, Cove had finished his sandwich. Yours was almost gone too, but now you were getting thirsty. You brought it up to your neighbor. Should we go downstairs to get some drinks? I was thinking that too, but I don't really want to get up. Me neither. You looked over at him, narrowing your eyes with no suspicion. But hey, what happened to you not being able to get up even again because you were stuck to the floor? That's still true. I mean, we're not actually going, are we? I only thought about it. You rolled your eyes and dropped the issue defeated. Cove grinned a little on your disappointment over his victory. Oops, it's a tie. Were you out of it? I know I didn't try that hard. He smiled at you in an amused way. You somehow weren't surprised by this, despite Cole's being the one who suggested the game in the first place. He started to yawn, his hand coming up to cover his mouth. Jesus. It quickly transitioned into a small laugh. You understood why. Yawning just as he said he was feeling disinterested was kind of funny coincidence. Cove just grinned and flopped on his back, leaning his marker on the floor beside him. You stayed seated, looking at your friend over as he stretched himself out. You really are so tall now. Cove sneaked a bit at the random topic. He propped himself up onto his elbows to meet your gaze. Why are you even bringing that up? You shrugged. It was perfect sense to you to bring it up. My mom were talking about me and Elizabeth growing up, getting bigger and all stuff.
Oh?
What kind of stuff? Well, mom likes women and mom likes women too, but not just women. Yeah? Since the two of you were engaged in conversation, Cole got back into a sitting position. He brought a knee up and rested his arm on top of it. A wistful expression overtook his face. I wonder when I'll know how I feel about that kind of thing. You don't know? Cove shook his head. Oh, he doesn't know. I've heard at some point you're supposed to start liking types of people, guys, girls, or I can't speak, Jesus. Please someone bonk me, I can't read. Guys or girls or whatever.
I don't know.
But I haven't. Nothing's changed. Maybe I have to grow up more. Oh, will he end up being aced? Maybe he's gonna end up being ace. Which is okay. We can't just be friends, if he says. Maybe you just don't like anybody, or maybe you like all types of people. That's normal too. Cove seemed to appreciate that thought. If the smile that appeared on his lips was any indication. Okay, what about you? Who do you like? He turned his attention to you, looking encouraging. You are starting to have physical attraction in general way. I mean, at the age of 14, Yeah, I think this is. Yeah, both were kind of this, but specifically when it came to how you felt towards boys, uh, the I don't know if I thought about it at 14, but I like guys in general, so this. And it took me way too much to discover the other part, so yeah, at this point I wasn't I just didn't know at all, because yeah, queer life kind of hard to decide, or not decide, but realize what's happening. For people who aren't exclusively male or female, I didn't even know that this was a thing at that time. Which is funny because now I am ticking every single box possible. You returned your attention to Cove. He was waiting patiently for your response. I mean, I never lied about this, like, that was just kinda me. I mean, for friends, that is, not parental figures or stuff. He nodded understandingly at your attempt to describe how you felt. It was nice to have people who supported you when it came to who you liked. Yeah, maybe this. Hey, what do you think about how I am? I'm not the gender people thought I was when I was first born. Oh, you held your breath as Golf processed what you asked.
It's nice.
I think everyone is different when it comes to how they are, and they are different in different ways. It's nice. Oh god, he's so nice. Oh, he's so cute. Bro, imagine if that was actually how things happened IRL, and you didn't have to have like years of torment in your mind of what's happening. You're like, Fortnite, yay, I know the answers. No, it took me basically double the time. No. It was very simple statement, but you felt good hearing it at the same time.
Are you okay?
What are you thinking about? I mean, are you okay? He leaned a bit closer and peered into your eyes, your face. It seemed that your question might have made Cove start to worry about you. Yeah, this. Cove smiled softly. When you felt good, he did too, and that lifted your spirit even higher. The answer quietly, but it was heartfelt. You're welcome. Then he scratched the back of his head. I'm not really sure how we ended up talking about that when we were starting out just playing tic-tac-toe, but it was good, I think. And the conversation had minus result. Oh, just I picked something by mistake. Finally, the blazing sun began to set. Yeah, the interactions are very cute, and again, I'm really happy that there are not only one but two games that allow you to explore stuff like that. I think if I played something like that years back, it would have made things easier for me because it took ages for me to figure out all the stuff, although I don't like to directly put labels and stuff to myself. Finally, the blazing sun began to set. To your relief, the air cooled down a bit as a result. You pulled yourself off the floor, as did Cove, with some minor complaint. You both both stretched your arms, groaned, and yawned into your hands. You glanced out of your window briefly, taking in the soft reds, pinks, and purples of the late afternoon sky. Somehow, you had made it through the scorching hot day in one piece. Hope turned towards you, motioned towards your window with his chin. Wanna go outside? I might be better out there than it's here now. Sure. The two of you took your time heading downstairs. You stopped briefly to grab a drink of water, then continued on your way. You stepped outside, one after another, your destination being the familiar hills behind your house. This time of the day, it was quiet outside. The flowers blew gently in the wind, petals trembling but stubbornly hanging in there. You felt the breeze cool your heated skin and relaxed your shoulders. Cove closed his eyes, releasing a deep breath. Ah, I really love it out here. I mean, he liked the hills, that's why he came there when he was a kid. He didn't like the town and the moving, not the hills themselves. Yeah. Cole smiled. Tendrils on his hair dancing with the wind. A bit passed, but his gaze didn't stray from your own. His voice was impossibly soft when he spoke again. I'm glad I met you, Zero. You're important to me, you know? Oh, that's so cute. And by the way, Tree and everyone who may be watching this now or after as a VOD, I'm really sorry that today I am not doing even the slightest of justice of this game with my reading. I'm not that tired, it's just that I just can't read. My mouth is shut. Like I have clogged throat and can't speak. Yeah, I don't think that I would have the courage to react in any spoken way more than just getting embarrassed. You hope that your reaction wasn't obvious, but it must have been, because his mouth grew at the corners. And Cove rested an arm on one of your shoulders, leaning against you. Wait. Even as the sun disappeared completely and the sky darkened, you and Cole remained side by side for as long as you possibly could. Oh my god, that was so cute. Okay, let me save again just in case. Let me start to lower the game BGM and put... Okay. I think this is gonna be how we got here from the game, because I really want to be able to read at least a bit better and know that I didn't do it a bit of justice. But let me go to the our desk. Hello. Hi. Hello. We're here. So you know the usual drill here. We are gonna go raid somebody. And again, thank you for joining. Thank you for the new subscriber, more like follower. We still can't get subscribers sadly. But yeah, for some reason it shows that we have 49, but my counter showed me that we have 50, like the counter in chat. Either way, I'm very thankful that more people are joining, and I hope that with time I can get better and provide for you entertainment. It's not exactly almost like the number is close, which is amazing. I'm very happy and thankful, but in order to get a feeling have to have 3 people constantly in your chat in like for 1 month, so it's gonna show like attendance in chat. That's why chat is important. Yeah, it's kind of hard to actually get it. The numbers are not so hard to achieve more than the actual, attendance, and it happens when people like what you're doing. That's why I want to speak with chat, like, because one, it helps me, but also I want how to explain it, my dynamic with chat to be like, especially at the beginning when we're less of a people, we can't chat more, it's play the game, just enjoy it. But yeah, anyways, again, I'm thankful, and we're gonna go there, like, it's gonna happen with time. I'm gonna do my best to get better at reading stuff and playing games, and play more interesting games. I found many games that I probably can play that are more engaging and not so much reading too. And at some point we're gonna get a new PC, so it's gonna happen. It's just gonna take a while. And I'm thankful when I see people supporting me for a long period of time. Like, I have several people that show up often, and it makes me happy. But while we are speaking here, I'm gonna open my Chrome and try to find somebody we can raid. Again, sorry for the lag. When I'm opening Chrome, it kinda takes off CPU energy and it makes the stream lag. Let me see who I can raid. Come on, load, please load. Okay, it's loading. Let me see who is up. Ooh, today we have several people up at the same time. Okay. Okay. I chose we're gonna rate someone who is currently doing ASMR. Be nice to them and say hello. Of course, you're not obligated to stay at all. It's just to make somebody happy. And yeah, we're gonna see each other tomorrow at my actual time, which is like 1:30 EST PM. I think tomorrow is the day when we play Crooked Man, but I'm not sure. I have to check my schedule. And if we play Crooked Man tomorrow, we're gonna hear me scream probably, because I get scared even though I like scary games. And yeah, thank you again. See you tomorrow. I hope that you're taking good care of yourself and don't do the same thing like me, which is not sleeping 2 days. Bye. Have a good day. You too.